Hey, 7th graders, Mr. Allard with another one of our video lessons here. Today we're talking about another um, really important historical thinking tool to get us thinking like historians. Today we're going to be talking about cause and effect and how that'll impact kind of our understanding of historical events and things of that nature. You should have your cause and effect note sheet out in front of you. You're going to be taking notes, fill in the blank, and then just like last time, we're going to be writing a sentence together at the end. But without further ado, let's get into this. Make myself smaller so you can see the notes. All right. So when you think about an event, you want to think about why did that event happen? That's going to be your cause. Okay. And it could be anything. We're going to talk about a specific example later, but let's say your event is Mr. Allard tripped. Okay. Your cause is, why did Mr. Allard trip? Now that could be for a variety of different reasons, right? I could be clumsy, my shoe could have been untied, somebody could have stuck their foot out. It happens constantly in my room. I kick a desk, something like that. All right. Your cause is why that event happened. Now, when you think about a cause, it's what happened first. When you have some sort of relationship of an event, this is what happened first. Okay? Now, it doesn't always come first in the text or in the document or in the sentence, and we'll talk about how we can figure that out in a couple slides from now, I think, or maybe even the next slide. But you want to think of why. Think of why did this event happen, and then think of what must have happened first for this event to happen. Then on the other side of that, the effect is your what. What actually happened? So we could be talking about something, your event could be in class. What happened? Mr. Allard tripped. That's going to be your what, right? What happened? Now that, little misspelling there. Let's see if we can. Don't know why it says second D. Take care of that. All right. The effect is going to be kind of what happened second, but it doesn't always come up second in the text. And we can flip kind of that cause and effect relationship depending on how we want to write it in the text or depending on how somebody wants to write it in a document. But at its bare minimum, when you have, your event is coming to class, what happened during class or what was memorable during that event? Mr. Allard tripped. That's your effect. Why did Mr. Allard trip? A student in the front row stuck their foot out as he walked by. That's your cause. That's what caused that particular event to happen. Now you can kind of think about there's going to be some buzzwords, just as we've talked about in all of our kind of ways to remember different historical concepts, historical thinking things. These are the things, when you hear these words, you're thinking cause. So in the picture, we have a cause and effect relationship, right? There was some snow, and there was a snowman. So which one caused the other one? So if you are putting the cause first, you would have maybe last night it snowed, so we built a snowman. Last night it snowed, therefore we built a snowman. Last night it snowed, then we built a snowman. Last night it snowed, consequently we built a snowman. Last night it snowed, thus we built a snowman. Now you might have to kind of make your sentences sound a little bit prettier, especially for that like consequently sentence and stuff like that. But that's your basic relationship. If you the event would be kind of like what did we do in the morning? Because it snowed last night, we were able to build a snowman. Okay, and that one I kind of did it a little bit backwards, getting ahead of ourselves. But it snowed last night, so we built a snowman. Now, do you have to remember all five? No, and I'm telling you, there's hundreds of words that you could use that we would use. I would say find your favorite. And you're going to find out as we do this more, am I more of a cause person? Am I more of an effect person? Know your 2 or 3 favorites or think back to the original. What happened first? Well, what had to have happened? The snow had to happen before we could build snowman. So that's the cause of that event. Okay. Now let's flip it. Let's use the same relationship, and I kind of already did this in the last slide. We've got snow and we've got snowman. So now we're going to put the effect first. Okay. So what was the effect? What had to have happened second? Building snowman. So we built snowman because it snowed last night. And you could add details. It snowed a lot last night. It snowed immensely last night. Something along those lines, right? We built snowman as a result of the snow that fell last night. See, I changed that sentence a little bit to make it sound a little better, I guess, for lack of a better term. We built snowmen due to the snow that fell last night. You could also kind of put your signal word in the front. The reason that we built snowman was because it snowed last night. Now I've got two in there, right? Or, you know, let's just keep it at that one for all intents and purposes there. We built snowman. We built snowmen this morning when it snowed last night. All right, that may not work as well, and you'll figure that out as you go. My mind's not really working on that when, so I probably wouldn't use that in my cause and effect sentence. All right, same idea. Do I have to memorize all 5? I wouldn't. Maybe have 2 or 3 in your back pocket that you can use. And like I said, we're going to have a whole bunch more of these words that you could use to show a cause and effect relationship. Okay? Because that's what we're trying to show. What was the cause? What was the effect? All right. So let's look at, we're going to look at another cause and effect, another event that happened. Okay. I'm in the way. This is my son, Robbie. What happened? Look at him. Outside doing his thing. He's soaked. He's all wet. Right? So what happens was he is all wet. Now, you guys don't know why that happened. I do, because I was the one that got him all wet. I sprayed him with the hose. Why did I spray him with the hose? It was really hot. We had just gotten back home. He was playing outside. I was spraying the garden, and he was obsessed with the hose and thought it was real funny when I sprayed him with it. So he was laughing, giggling, all that good stuff. So what happened? Robbie is all wet. Why is he all wet? Because me, his dad, sprayed him with the hose. So now as we look at creating a sentence off of that, and again, I'm cloudy in the way, it all depends on how you want it to put it together. So if you want to be a cause person, right? We've got our cause and effect up there at the top. All you have to do is pick one of your signal words, one of your cause signal words to put in that blank. Okay? Robbie's daddy sprayed Robbie with the hose. So Robbie is all wet. Robbie's daddy sprayed. Sorry, let me start over a little bit because I realized that didn't match up between your slide and your note sheet. I changed one and forgot to change on your notes. So anyways, if we want to start with a cause sentence, okay? Robbie's daddy sprayed him with the hose. That's our cause, so that's going first. So in that blank, we're going to put one of our cause signal words. So we may say, Robbie's daddy sprayed him with the hose. Therefore, Robbie is all wet. Therefore happens to be one of my kind of favorite cause signal words. Robbie's daddy sprayed him with the hose. Thus, Robbie is all wet. You can use any one of those. Just make sure it is a cause signal word. If we go with effect, all we're doing is taking that and we're flipping that effect to come first. This is, remember we said the notes, one happens before the other, but it doesn't have to happen that way in your sentence. Robbie is all wet, probably the number 1 7th grade effect buzzword, signal word. Robbie is all wet because Robbie's daddy sprayed him with the hose. Robbie is all wet, as a result of Robbie's daddy spraying him with the hose. change the sentences around a little bit to make that one work, but that's okay. All right, you're gonna have to do that from time to time. All right, that's our cause and effect video lesson. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me that message on Schoology. Comment on our posts for the day or any of our assignments, and I will get to you as soon as possible. Until next time, 7th graders, got it out.